Let's have a look now at some PLC address-based components. So what you might do is you might not set your project or your drawing to look for those PLC input-output addresses. What you might do is actually go in and edit them later. Let's check our project first. Let's go to the project, right-click, Properties. Let's have a look at components here. No search for PLC input-output address on insert. Wire numbers, it's the same, it's unticked. But I have got components set to sequential 001 and wire numbers also set to sequential 001. So I'll OK that now. What I'll do as well, I've got my PLC address-based components drawing. So I'll click there, right-click, add the active drawing to the project and say yes to those settings. So there's my general PLC address-based components drawing. Again, go to the drawing properties. We're going to check two things here. We're going to make sure the sheet is set to 012, so it's sequential, but components, notice, unticked, search for PLC, wire numbers, unticked, search for PLC. So nothing is looking for the PLC in any which way. So I'll just refresh the project there so that we've got sheet 12. Now, I'm going to go and place some wires first. So I go to wire. I'm just going to place a regular wire coming off of here. Now make sure you've got your O snap on. It's always good just to line up with the nearest snap like that. I'll take that off of that input output point there and I'll take that across and I'll click and I'll enter. So there's a wire there. Okay, we'll take another wire. Again, make sure you got O snap on and just line it in. Get the nearest snap. It will tag on straight to the connector. Click, enter. So I've got two wires there. We'll do one more for luck. So again, O snap on. I'll just jump in there with the nearest snap and take that one across there and click again. And enter to finish. Now I've got a little wire outstand there, so if I hit escape a couple of times to come out of wire, just remove that little bit there, just so they're straight and they're neat and tidy. Okay, let's insert some components now. I'm going to go here and I'm just going to use the push buttons like I did before. Same push button, it's the normally open push button. And what I'm going to do there is line that in with that wire there. I'm not going to worry about where it is as such, I'm just going to click there like that. Notice there's no fixed or any PLC address in that component tag. But if I use the PLC address, it searches, updates to I00 fixed. And if I OK repeat that now and put another push button in here, like that, use the PLC address, it updates and I'll OK it. So can you see it's linking to the input output address manually? All I've got to do is use that PLC address button. It's the same with the wire numbering. If I go wire numbers here, I'm going to go new, tag new unnumbered, sequential. Is there any override anywhere? Use the wire layer format overrides. There's no way of setting it. I do actually, in this case, have to go to my project or my drawing properties. I can do it in the drawing, remember? So if I select the drawing here, make sure you don't double click it like I did there. Make sure it's just a one click and then a right click and go to properties here. So you can apply this just to the drawing. So wire numbering, I'll search now for the input output address on insert and OK that. So now when I wire number and I pick an individual wire here, it will actually search for that input output address. So if I select those two there and enter, as you can see, it's picked up the input output. This one here, again, if I do that, it will find the input output address. But let's put a component in there first. I'll do another push button. Just pop that in there like that. Use the PLC address, finds the PLC address, updates it for me. And again, with the wire numbering now, if I come in here, I want to tag new or unnumbered only. And sequential. Remember, I've already got some in there, but it doesn't matter because it's going to find the PLC address for me. So pick individual wire, pick there, press enter, and it updates. So you can see how cool that is. You can do it manually, or you can also, like we've seen previously, set your project and your drawing to find the information. So this input-output auto search can be found in your project settings, or in your drawing settings, or you can do it manually when you edit the components or tag the wires. Very cool, very quick, very efficient. Use it, it will make you a lot more productive in AutoCAD Electrical.